Welcome to the Vinciety Podcast. My name is Andy, and yeah, let's get into it. That was a horrible fucking intro, bro.
You sound like me.
That's okay. You know, well, I'm never the most professional type of person. I'm usually probably the reason why most people, either want to fire me or get away from me as soon as possible because I can't do anything seriously. And I guess that's a coping mechanism, but we all have one.
I thought those Marine Max videos were pretty badass.
Oh, speaking of the devil, before we jump into this, hold on. Let me get on YouTube. I can share my screen with you. Have you seen your boy's latest?
Maybe.
Oh.
Maybe.
His mustache. I mean, I think I'm obsessed, but he's got good intro music. Let me share my screen with you. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Look at that fella.
Yes. That thing is coming in thick.
Dude, I want to zoom in, but I'm afraid to see what, the real details in there. Because, I mean, look at these sausage fingers, bro.
Dude, he might have some stuff left over in that thing.
He's got a little left from the boat show that he just probably got out of or was going to. But look at this. Look at this dude. Like, I'm trying to click on my freaking share screen.
So today we stand atop the newest boat from Bertram Yachts. This is
just
34 season.
Beautiful.
This one specifically is their Screaming Eagle due to its speed.
He always has
Bertram is
a thing.
That's well known for
I just can't get over that thing.
I know. It's really distracting.
That's all I'm staring at.
He's probably like staring at my gut, but I'm looking at that stash, bro. Although this is a badass boat, I'm not gonna lie. That's
I'll have to watch it. I'll have to watch it.
Watch that because I watched it because I like to look at what Marine Max St. Pete is doing because obviously the background with Caleb and I.
Oh yeah.
Known him since Illinois. Blah blah blah. We went through college, started working in the boat industry, and then obviously the first thing we ever did was working together was boats. I have some other videos that I wouldn't say we were working together on, but they won't see the light of day probably because he still has a career he needs to take care of.
I'll tell you what, he has got some of the greatest ideas for videos I've ever heard.
100%. Just because he's not that worried about what you're going to think or what you're going to say or there's a reason he tells so many boats. But yeah, also, how about you introduce yourself? Because we haven't got to that point yet.
I'm just a nobody. I'm Shaun.
No. What's your social security number?
Hang on, let me get that out.
Yeah, go ahead and pull that out real quick.
Banking info.
What else do we want?
Login credentials. We can get that too.
Yeah, I want your mileage logs, everything.
Ooh, you don't want those.
No. We don't. You're from. Although I do have a video queued up for fun facts about Illinois, and I think you're gonna lose your mind.
It must be like a 1 second video.
Well, hold on. How long is it?
I gotta be close.
Short, so it's almost a minute. I think some of it's kind of. Yeah, there really isn't. It's kind of like half of it's about Chicago, and then the rest of it's everything else. Yeah, so
nothing good.
Nothing
good.
So Shaun,
good here.
Where are you from, Shaun?
I am in a little town in central Illinois. It's about 30 minutes outside of Champaign-Urbana.
Yeah,
it's like the easiest way to describe it, like Champaign. Oh, yeah, I know where that's at. Okay, I live about 20 minutes away.
Well, and that's what I did with everybody. When I tell them I'm from Central Illinois, they're like, Chicago? I'm like, no, like that's Northern Illinois. And then I tell them Central Illinois, and they're like, we're out in Central Illinois, like that I would know. And I'm like, well, you ever heard of Shelbyville? First off, no.
No.
And then you go, you ever heard of Decatur? Some people know Decatur, and they'll be like, okay, I know that.
It's pretty ghetto enough. It's pretty hood there.
Or my favorite one is whenever I'm like, hey, do you know where Mattoon is? They're like, Mattoon? Where's Mattoon? Or when you say Effingham?
Effingham?
I have a Jimmy Fallon clip. I don't know if I shared that with you when we went to Mexican that one night. But it's this Jimmy Fallon clip, and they're talking about it. People are sending in stuff, and they're reading it, and he's like talking, and he goes, from Effingham, Illinois. He goes, Effingham? And then it's something about there was text on, like, those little text things that you get when you have to type in a password and they want to verify you're human. You got to type in, like, figure out what those letters are.
Oh, yeah.
And then this one said Wiener Tower. And so it legit, like, I'll find it. I'll see if I can throw it in here, but it goes on and he drops it in there and it's Wiener Tower. Actually, you know what I do have? I have Dropbox, and this is one of my most recent things. And right now it's been raining, so we are completely screwed on quality.
Say it's raining down there?
It was, and so that's why I was like, hold up, everything's taking forever to load.
It's raining here too.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
And my parents, they're still up there. They keep me up to date every once in a while.
We're in a massive heat wave right now. You know, it's mid 40s.
Well, yeah, when my parents were just down here, I think, God, what was it, 2 weeks ago?
When it snowed?
Yeah. Well, no, they left right before it snowed. And so
God, I'll bet that entire state shut down.
Dude, my buddy Will, who's looking in, like, he does hauling and stuff like that now. I don't know if you've ever met him, but super nice guy, got into it. I can't find that video, but we were out driving around. He's never driven in the snow like this. Granted, we had 5 inches, which is enough, first of all.
Hey, 5 inches is big.
That is massive. It's at least like,
Yeah, dude, at least.
Get it closer to the camera and makes it look bigger.
Yeah. Like a fish, you hold the fish way out.
So that is the number one thing that I took away from working at Marine Max. Make sure you hold the fish far out. And yeah, that's what I do with the African pompano I caught. I had no clue what it was. Somebody came up to me, like, they're like, here, stop taking pictures. Let's fish. I'm like, all right, cool. Fish, drop, catch this thing. I have no clue what it is because I'm from Illinois. Like, we have crappie, bass, walleye, whatever. Like, lake fish.
Crappies?
I got the crappie. We're having a crappie fry tonight.
Man, it's so good. It's so good, though.
There's some stuff I do miss about the Midwest and the local shitty fried fish. I'm not going to say it's shitty, but,
shitty.
It's nothing compared to, fresh fish.
Like going to a dive bar and eating.
Oh, it's like eating gas station sushi. You're going to regret it later.
Mm-hmm. But it's so good during.
Hold on. There you go. All right. So obviously you are Shaun. Tell me a little bit about yourself, Shaun. Who are you? Well, we already know who you are, but what do you do?
Dude, I'm like a lame ass, man. I am a big time lame-o.
Well, I know you drive, do all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. No, I do drive a semi, so I'm kind of all over the place. Schedules here and there, and my boy plays baseball, so that's pretty much what takes up 90% of my time when I'm not driving. Which
is good. I mean, because I know my dad worked, obviously. I knew my parents. I worked, my dad worked, what was it? It was a swing shift, but it wasn't going to nights or anything. It was like a 3 days on, 2 days off, 2 days on, 3 days off, like a swing shift like that. And so he'd work 12-hour days. So whenever my brother was born, he was working 5 days, 8-hour shifts in a row. That's how the factory worked back then. Then they went to this 12-hour shift type of deal.
It just throws you all off.
Dude, 100%. But this is why my personality is completely different than my brother. If you ever met my brother, which I know you haven't, but I know Jake, other people have, he's very quiet, reserved, but he also spent more time with mom, more spent time with grandma. I spent time with my dad, who's an old hippie burnout.
Nice.
And
so that's where you get it from.
A lot of things I took from that, and we won't mention it, but you can probably assume.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, one day I do want to get him on here. It's going to be a monumental task to figure out how to get him to actually know how to do it. Mom's going to have to help him. Like, I know this. He's
AnyDesk. That way you could just do his computer for him.
I don't think he actually has a computer anymore. I think he got that taken away. I think he just has his phone.
I can't help you there.
No, because he likes to sit on Facebook and argue. Like, the boomer generation.
Just arguing to argue.
Yeah. I mean, he's one of those where he just wants to see what you're going to say. He's going to push the button, and then finally just, I don't know. He just has a lot of free time since he retired.
Fired up.
Oh, dude.
Sounds like the kind of guy right there.
You'd like him. I mean,
I said we'd definitely get along.
Yeah, you'd have to get him out of his chair though. That's the problem. Like, once he retired, he got his recliner, he got his Cadillac.
Now, see, I don't blame him there. Them recliners,
dude. Well, that's a man's rite of passage. At least that I think. Like when I had my own recliner, I had the massaging, I had the little cooler in the side. That was the first year after college. That's like my first big boy purchase I bought myself was a sick recliner. I don't know where the hell that thing
My
ever ended
grandma's
up.
got this chair at her house. I don't know what it is, but they bought it years ago. She said it was like $3,000 for a chair that reclines. And then it's got like the footstool.
Yeah.
It's worth every bit of that $3,000.
Dude, have
I
you
fall
seen the
asleep in
massage
it
chairs?
every time.
Like, hold on, let me see. Massage chairs.
You better be careful typing in massage.
Well, this is, I'm not going to say this is a R-rated podcast, but we're getting there.
And C17.
Yeah, like, look at these. They've come down in price so much. Like, obviously, these are probably pieces of shit, but this is what I want. This is where I want to go.
It's like the mall stuff.
That's the one you want. That's the one Jake wants. When you put your face in the hole and you can't move. That's what he's into. But yeah, like, they've got a gaming one now.
See, I'd never get anything done. I'd just be asleep in that.
I feel like I'd be really sweaty in that one.
Since you got your browser open, can you look up Portugal?
What?
Portugal?
Portugal.
Nope, never mind. Didn't pull up.
Portuguese to English. I might need that one day. My fiance's Mexican, but
Yeah, you never seen that where they tell you to go to your browser and start typing in Portugal?
No.
Start typing first three letters in.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Check that browser history.
That button's gonna get worn out today. All right, but yeah, I mean, I would kill for one of those. Now I live in Jake's house right now as I'm trying to start my own business. Obviously, you are a business owner of your own.
Not me.
Well,
I work for somebody. There's no way I would want to own my own truck.
So you wouldn't want to do your own truck?
No.
That's what Will wants to do. My buddy Will, that's what he wants to do. He's got a 3500 right now, Ram 35. Wants to get another one, and then also I think maybe he wants to get into the semi lifestyle or hire somebody to do the semi stuff.
Right now it's so bad because there are so many. It's so saturated, is what it is.
Oh, I bet.
And all these people out there. Yeah, well, but this is cool because everybody's got their own little different take. To where driving, it's like it's all the same, and all these people, since there's so many, they're just taking all the low rates. They don't care. They'll stuff like 3 or 4 dudes in a truck and just drive.
Never stop.
Yeah.
Well, so are they Swift drivers?
Yeah. That's why you see them crash on the side of the road.
Let me see. Hold on. Can we find Swift drivers?
There's a whole Facebook group called Swift Best in Crash.
There has to be, because I mean, there's
there is.
There's gonna be a Facebook page for everything. Oh, Swift drivers.
Are they really that bad?
You do not want to go there. Ooh, there's your stereotypical Swift driver. Or should I say this?
There it is right there.
We'll give you
Prime.
a CDL.
Prime is good too. They're really, really good about that stuff.
Yeah, the more trucks you see out there of Swift and Prime, there's something going on. Because I think when I worked at Walmart, there was a couple people that would come in, like especially when I worked at Sam's, because we get all the trucks at night, and dudes would be rolling up flip flops, like hoodie, sweatpants. Like I'm thinking, truckers, you got to do some work, you got to help unload the loads. Nuh-uh. These are the automatic trucks where you're probably watching them for a good 30 minutes trying to back down into the bay. And then once they get in the bay, they forget to open up the doors. So then they got to go back out, and then they got to open up the doors, and then they come walking around and you see them. You're like,
and they stink so bad.
Dude, I respect trucking because you don't have like a home base unless you get to go home every night. Those people that are on the road, I'm like, how many gallons of piss can you keep in one truck?
Dude, some of them, like the ones that like pack all these people in there, they cut holes in the floorboard. So they can piss and shit. That's what they do. That's how nasty some of these people are.
I want to see the dash cam footage.
Oh, they probably don't even have one because they're so illegal.
I was going to say, they have a workaround for everything in this country.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm still trying to figure out mine. But, yeah. Let me hop into a couple questions here because I did get some questions from the questionnaire that you did fill out. Thank you very much.
I'm scared.
So, what was your biggest adjustment for when you transitioned from welding and fabricating to trucking?
Ooh. Probably trying to stay awake.
As you get older,
going from, delivering overnight and all that.
Yeah.
From where I was waking up every morning, going to work, coming home at 4 or 5 o'clock at night. The typical 8 to 5.
Yeah.
And then it was definitely trying to stay awake.
I can see that, especially from, when your body gets such a rhythm. Like when I went from days to nights, almost kind of something like that.
Brutal.
Yeah. Like you never ever feel caught up. You're always tired. I'm sure also with driving, you also have a bigger safety risk because you are hauling. I think when I saw you down here in Panama City, you were hauling a sign or something like that.
Yeah, like a big billboard sign. Yeah, I was only in a pickup truck then. That's way easier than obviously a semi.
To say a little bit more comfortable, not as stressful.
Yeah. Oh yeah, way. And it's automatic, so I don't have to worry about shifting.
Oh, I'm not going to finish that because that's going
to get canceled before you get started.
Dude, I should be already canceled. I got this whatever on this side. They're good. The string will hide that shit on my chest. All right, let's move on to the next one. I'm going to get through some questions.
Yes, sir.
I want to give you some videos. How did moving closer to family impact your day-to-day life and work?
Honestly, when I lived up in the Chicago suburbs, it was just me up there. Like I had no family up there, so I went up there for school and ended up just staying up there. So then, which is not my ex-wife, we kind of been on and on. We never dated in high school or anything. We just kind of, the timing was never right during that whole time. But then, things worked out, whatever. She moved up there. We get married, blah, blah, blah. She gets pregnant. And probably like a month and a half before she was due, we decided, hey, let's move back, move closer to home. That way we can raise him around the whole family. And it's so much easier with, helping babysit when she's working, when I'm working, and all that.
Yeah, because what's the average cost of freaking childcare these days?
Up there is outrageous. We didn't even look.
I mean, I know like a lot of people, it's like almost half their salary, it seems like. Yeah, it's like usually like half your salary might be like your mortgage, might be your rent, car payments, all that stuff. Now, half these people are, if you're like, if,
it's insane.
Say my fiance worked, I worked, good luck, figure it out, stupid.
Yeah, no, it's insane.
That's one thing. I don't have kids. I just have a dog, so it's great for me.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, just found out I will be an uncle, so now my mom can stop asking me to have kids. And my brother is finally doing it because I'll be 38 on Sunday.
Damn.
Yeah, you see this beautiful thing? I just did a shoot with a realtor this morning. He goes, "How old are you?" I'm like, 37. And he goes,
"Excuse me. What kind of question is that?"
Is it okay if we get offended as guys? Because I'm like,
absolutely.
We age better though, I think, because
my body don't age that good.
Trust me, I've got back on the whole weight loss thing, not because it was January. It's just because, after the holidays and stuff like that, you feel like a whale. So I'm back on this fitness kick. And yeah, that's the one thing I'm learning as you get older. The recovery time from whenever I was 21, I used to lift all the time with my buddy Dave back in Shelbyville. Like he had a whole garage gym. Could go in there 5 days a week and just do it every week.
It's easy that way.
Heavy. Yeah. Now, if I go to work out, if I do legs, if I do any type of leg movement, I'm good. I'm out for about a week. Like lower back, knees, just muscle soreness. Jake and I were running the bridge. I don't know. You've seen the Hathaway Bridge here in Panama City. That big bridge is 0.6 miles over and 0.6 back. So you're a little over a mile running and it's uphill, downhill. Obviously, that's how hills work. And then we were doing that at 5 or 6 in the morning. And then I've obviously started my own thing, so I don't have to go to a job per se.
And there ain't no way you're getting up that early.
No. And my problem is I would come home and lay down and I'd fall asleep and I'd wake up and be like 2:00 in the afternoon. I'm like, oh shit. Like I got stuff to do. Like I need to call this person. I need to talk to this person. I'm not built for running. Like I'm probably like 2:15 right now. I can't do it. Like I've ran a half marathon one time and that's the only time. It was a bet from my brother. My brother bet that I wouldn't do it because he was big into running. And did this. It was the Abe Lincoln half marathon. It was in Springfield, Illinois. Ugh. Speaking of the devil. I do have the big shiny penny. What was the little thing for, I guess, finishing? Yeah, I got the participation trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I paid for it. But
yeah, you didn't participate. You just paid for that.
Yeah, it was, whatever the entry fee was, that covered the cost of that and a banana, which is
You got amazing. A banana for free?
Yeah, I ate it the long way.
So, yeah.
I should replicate that on camera, but we don't have any bananas in the house.
Jake, where you at? Call Jake.
Jake ate them all, bro.
Dude, he eats
one
everything.
After another. Just one after another. But back to back. So, back to back. All right. Let me jump on to the On Fatherhood and Family, which is all produced by ChatGPT, by the way. I just plugged that question in.
Shout out ChatGPT.
Shout out. It has made life so much easier because, like, now, like, getting off topic again, but I, did my LLC at the beginning of this year, tax ID number, all that stuff.
Oh, dang.
Everything I've done, because if you try to Google it, you get like 15 different answers.
It's all sponsored too, so.
Yeah, it's all sponsored. And because they want you to go through Rocket Money or whoever it is, like to do your LLC or LegalZoom or, name a sponsor. And ChatGPT was 10 times more effective at figuring out, like, if I had a specific question of like, if I do this, what do I, like, how do I do this?
Yeah.
Like, how do I get to XYZ that I need to, like, to be legal? And ChatGPT would lay it out perfectly for me, go through it, 20 minutes, figured it out. And then what was it? Just recently trying to figure out how to get my tax. What is it? Reseller certificate? Because which side is it? Well, yes, the side with the stain. These hoodies are coming out soon. I don't know if you've seen it on
IG. Did.
The pre-order is up now. Got those coming in soon. So trying to figure that out so I don't have to pay sales tax whenever I buy it. But obviously I got to pay sales tax whenever I sell it. That was a freaking headache. Obviously, we go back to ChatGPT. ChatGPT just goes, this is what you need.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, my God, no wonder our government sucks so bad.
Oh, they make everything so complicated so they can, figure out little ways to get more money out of you.
Oh, yeah. I just got the letter in the mail that was, what was it? It's $80 if you want that OSHA poster.
$80 for a poster?
$80 for a poster that's probably 11 by 8, standard square piece of paper.
Oh, yeah.
That tells you, this, that, and the other. All the legalities, like minimum wage. I'm like, I don't need that. Like, why would you send that to somebody who's the sole proprietor? That whole type of thing. Like, I don't have employees.
Yeah, so there's 0 employees.
I'm like, so you get this letter. It's an official letter from the state of Florida, and you're thinking, okay, like, is this something I need to look into? This looks important. And then you open it up and it's like you're applied for a credit card or you got a credit card you didn't apply for. And I'm like, no. Like, let's cut this shit. And then I'm getting all these calls now for like business loans and things like that. And I'm like, fuck.
This is terrible.
It's life. Shit happens.
Yeah, they want to get you in that business loan.
I don't need a loan. That is the last thing because I got to be able to pay that thing back.
And, that's what they want you to do so they can take your business.
Yeah. They can come after it. I mean, I don't think anybody could pronounce a name correctly anyway. So that's.
I know it took me a while when I first seen it.
I've got a guy at the gym that calls me Vince because he doesn't know. I don't think he actually knows my real name. He might just be fucking with me. But every time I see him at the gym, he's a trainer. He goes, yo, what up, Vince? And I'm like, my name's Andy. How you doing? We met.
What up, Vince?
Hey, what up, Vince? Hold on. Where's mine? Let's tip with that.
What up, Vince? Dang, that thing is deep.
That's deep. That's some Barry White shit right there. That's probably too old for the viewers that are not going to watch this. But let's hop it back into the question. Yeah, because I have ADD really bad. I'm going to completely get off topic all the time. I'm still looking at Swift pictures.
It'll happen. I'm
This
telling
is
you,
on
Facebook. It's like Swift, best in crash.
Hold on. We're gonna just get completely off here. Best in crash.
Best in crash. Because you know their slogan is best in class.
Dude, first one. All right.
You just sit there and look and laugh all day.
All right, we're gonna get back on that because this is more interesting. Probably have questions I have. Thanks, ChatGPT. But Swift's in the wrecker in fucking trouble. Eat, sleep. I might get you this just for appearing on the podcast.
No.
Actually, what I should do is just I have a drop shipper. Just have the Vinciety logo put right there and just, they will not sell, but that's okay. What? That's not bad, actually. I kind of like that one. Disturbing yet hilarious. Is this a video? Sure.
I don't know.
But you missed. Is this a grain elk? Oh, it's a, what the heck do you want to call that? Reefer.
Oh,
Not the type of reefer you would think about.
Not the good reefer. Not
the good one. That drives it hard at it. 1968. This poor person right here. Like, where did they come? Well, no, that is a driver. I'm like, because I thought this was a person.
I did too at first. I'm like, wait a minute. They should bring that logo back. That's the one that would get people. And
going.
there was a Cisco truck that did that not recently, but somewhat recently down in Louisville.
Did you witness this?
No.
I was like, were you a part of it?
No.
Oh, there's that picture again. Ah, poor Walmart truck. But he looks like he's on I would say this almost looks residential.
Somewhere he shouldn't be.
Well, yeah, he tried to take that turn. This is like some South Carolina shit right here. No. What? Is there any? Oh, well. that one could be. So I'm sure he's got skid marks in his pants and also in the dirt. But
maybe.
I'm pretty sure anybody could pull this off. I mean, probably just trying to avoid some idiot, but that's.
How do you explain that one?
Close enough. That guy's probably fucked. What else? Dude, I can get lost.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you just sit there. There you go.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier. So then they got to get back out, open the doors, and then back down again. It's like, dude, like, this is obviously your first time at a Walmart because we had those air ramps that would load in there, so we needed to get that off. That looks like Taylorville, Illinois, right there. They have that really low bridge. I remember going to Taylorville a lot because they had a movie theater.
It's like that one in Champaign that everybody hits.
Oh, yeah. It's like, it clearly says, how low the bridge is, but obviously, like, this guy has probably no clue how tall the truck actually is.
No, none of them do.
He made it. He almost made it. Sick. They're copying my car. They got the rotiforms on there. That's another proud Swift driver right there. Or that's a tow guy. So that's legit. So somebody took the time to create this. This is probably like a Buc-ee's, and then he just got really creative.
No. We can't go into Buc-ee's.
You can't. Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, they don't allow semis in there.
Well.
Which, I mean it is what it is.
Yeah.
I love me a Buc-ee's.
Dude, what was it? So when I lived in Texas, we had a Buc-ee's like 10 miles up the road. So whenever, like, I had the guy that was wrapping my car, now that's purple, he was wrapping it. And I always had to pass a Buc-ee's to go to his shop to go shoot. And
stop there and get beef jerky.
Dude, every time. Or my fiance would know. She's like, hey, there's these specific chips. They're like a ghost pepper chip. She goes, well, you get those every time you go. And they're worse than hot Cheetos with how much red is on these things. And so, like, your fingers are stained for at least 2 days. So it looks like you got blood on your hands. But, yeah. Buc-ee's is a shit, by the way. If nobody's ever been to Buc-ee's, you got to get to Buc-ee's. And then, obviously, they caused the Notre Dame fire. Swift. That's not his fault. That's also Photoshop. But I don't think that might not be. Well, yeah, that's definitely Photoshopped. I'm not going to get got on that one. All right. Stevie Wonder Institute for Trucking. All right. We got to get off this page. I'm going to scroll for like, it's going to be like 3 hour long podcasts and like Joe Rogan.
Just
like
scrolling.
And then all of a sudden it's just like, what do you guys talk about? We were in that fucking Swift driver crashes Facebook group. But let's get into hobbies and interests, Shaun.
Yes.
What drew you to semi-professional paintball? And do you ever miss playing?
Obviously, you know, when you play sports, you want to go all the way to the top. That was a goal. So, kind of like everybody else, you start playing for fun, go to a birthday party and whatnot, and then obviously it's expensive. So when I was actually able to afford it is when I started playing a lot more. And then it's like, okay, I'm playing every weekend. And you join teams. And then some teams suck, some teams are good. Then you find like a good core. And we had that. We started out in Division 2, which is, below semi-pro. We did pretty good in that. There was 5 events a year, usually.
Okay.
So, first one, we took like 8th place. Second one, we ended up going to the finals and losing. So that one, that kind of hurt.
Stung a little.
Yeah, just a little bit. And then it was 2 4th place finishes. And then World Cup, which is down there in Florida.
Yeah.
All we had to do was make it into the semifinals, and we would have locked up the series championship. And we didn't make it.
Yeah.
But then we all ranked up the next season, so we had to move up to semi-pro. And then everything just went to shit. So we played a couple events, and then that team, I decided I was just going to take a break, be done.
Yeah.
So I took that whole rest of the year off.
Yeah, because what's the average cost of like a paintball gun whenever you were like deep into it?
Oh, the marker? They're $1,500-$1,600 for a high end.
Yeah. And if you're not high end in that competition,
it's all preference, really.
Yeah. I mean, but I see them doing this, and I'm like, well, I mean, they do a little bit more than that, but they're doing this whole thing with the freaking trigger, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, how much CO2 do you really have in that thing? Because
it's just compressed air.
Yeah, I'm like,
it's just compressed.
Oh, is it just compressed air now? Because whenever I was playing, like, this is gonna date me. This was like 2001. Like we were
old Titman 98s with the CO2 tanks.
Yeah, what was the one from Walmart? It was the Talon. It was the
old Brass Eagle Talon.
One pump. Oh yeah, one pump, and then the one single shot.
The little
and
CO2 cartridge. Yes.
I had that one, and my mom was so terrified about me having that. And then my brother I think he had a Spider. I couldn't tell you the model number or anything like that, but he had a Spider. And then being from where I'm from, there was nowhere really to get the CO2 to play. So you had to go to like Decatur or like a bigger town, surrounding our little small town, Shelbyville. And so if we ever played, there was nowhere like, you play in people's backyards, tree lines, whatever, like. But if you actually want to go play like people that have like the sites with like the old buildings and the buses, I can't remember where the one we went to all the time. But I mean, obviously you got to pay for that every single time unless you own it, obviously.
And it's expensive, man.
Yeah. It's just like any hobby that I find myself getting into. I know you probably are the same way looking by the stuff behind you.
Oh, I'm bad. I'm real bad. When I get into something, I'm face first.
Well, that's like even with this whole setup, I've got I just got I got the dual monitor set up, just got my other screen, got a freaking 300 watt light. I got another light, the Rodecaster Pro. Like I had to get everything first before.
You see this?
Yeah. Is that the Shure?
Mm-hmm.
That's the next thing. This thing, I picked this up over Christmas.
So worth it.
Dude. Because these mics, the mic pod mics, they're okay. But like getting this, I got this for a total of $600. 3 mics, 3 stands. Granted, the stands are shit.
Yeah.
The Rodecaster 2 board, like all this shit and all the cables, 3 sets of headphones, like whole 3-person podcast setup for $600 in Dallas over Christmas. And my fiance's like, "You're gonna spend $600 on that?" I'm like, "Hold up, let me go to like Best Buy or B&H or whoever, put all that shit in a cart." I said, "This is how much it would cost if I went to go buy it new." I said, "I'm gonna do this either way, so I can either spend $600 or I can spend like $1,500. Take your pick."
$600.
Yeah, logic and then my ability to spend money that I don't have. 600 was the move.
Like I said, that's the American dream.
But yeah, so I mean, how long did you play? Like, how long were you playing paintball? Was that like how many years you think?
I mean, on and off. I'd say I really went head first probably around like 2009, 2010.
Yeah.
And then within like the last year or two is kind of when I really just kind of started getting away from it.
Yeah.
Like I'll still go every once in a while and play. Like my body just, it hurts so bad anymore. It's so bad.
I was going to say, the paintball hurts way less than what your body does afterwards from all the moving and like sliding and doing whatever the hell you got to do. Because
I'm pretty sure I'll have to get an MRI on my shoulder. It's tore up. I think it's bone on bone.
That's fine. Hold on.
Well, but I'm a guy. We don't go to doctors.
Yeah, where's my hold on, I got a David Goggins sound.
Who's gonna carry the boats and the logs?
You know who David Goggins is?
Maybe.
You don't know? Oh my God.
I don't show me. I don't know names. I'm very
David
bad
Goggins.
with names.
You have seen this dude 100%. So I put those on there because I'm going to do a podcast with Caleb sometime soon. Now that boat show season's almost over.
Oh yeah. See,
you know David
I know
Goggins.
him.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's
I'm just
David
very
Goggins,
bad with
and then
names.
You don't know me, son.
You don't know me, son. That's that guy. Yeah, that's him. So I'm picturing, he's talking about, he's the same way. Like he runs the ultra marathons, all that stuff.
See,
and he went to
me.
the doctor and it's bone on his knees. And he's still running 100-mile races, things like that. I'm like, no. Like, but that's his thing. Like he ex-Navy SEAL, like go get some.
Yeah, he has no pain.
No, he has no,
He has no pain. He don't feel it.
It went through Hell Week, I think 3 times. Passed on the 3rd time, obviously, because there wasn't a 4th. So, like, somebody like that just built different, go after it. I'm all for it. You do your thing.
Absolutely.
But for me, I'm hurting. I've got medical insurance. Like, let's just use that. Let's try to I'm going for the longevity, but also trying not to kill myself along the way.
Yeah, I have it too, but I just don't use it.
I try not to. Now, if
unless I'm dying, I don't go.
Yeah. Well, that's what, God, what was it? Oh, like my dental insurance. I never used that, which my mom will kill me because, she paid for braces as a kid. I didn't go to the dentist for 10 fucking years because I was like, I don't know how this shit works. Like my mom hasn't called, set up the appointment, whatever. That mean? That's me. And she was like, she goes, Andy, she goes, when's the last time you've been to the dentist? Because these have been knocked out, like they're dead. And then I had 2 cavities on this side. And then I had to get, what was it? It's a crown on this side. Well, because originally this is why I went. I was eating Nerd clusters because I'm a child, and it broke the tooth on this side, and it was a perfect square, and I could feel it because I was just sitting there, and all of a sudden I felt it, and it's like you could see the root, you could see all this. So I went to the dentist the next day. They got to do the crown. They're like, oh, you don't need a root canal. I'm like, cool. I don't know what that means, but we got the crown, did all that, got the bill for it. I'm like, ugh. Even with insurance, I'm like, ow. And then 2 weeks later, I went for a cleaning because after everything, like get everything seated, make sure it works. We're going to do a cleaning just to make sure everything's good. Well, then they do the scan again. Need a root canal here. They're like, you need to get these 2 in the front fixed because they've been knocked out. Like they're dead. I'm like, so I did the root canal on, I think it was the other side, whatever the side, the crown, opposite side. So did that. And the bill for that, I'm like, this is why I don't go to the dentist unless I'm in like pain. Or,
it's funny you say that because I just had one done about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Was it
same thing? I was eating some food and then I'm like just cleaning out my teeth, like you always do after you eat. And I'm like, I felt a little hole and I'm like, what the hell? So I sit up the dentist, and they're like, "Oh, maybe we just fill it in and everything." And then doctor comes in and is like, "Sorry, we're gonna have to do a root canal." I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I'm terrified of the dentist.
You don't like
I'll
the
admit
dentist?
it, dude. Oh, fuck, no.
I don't. Uh-oh. Come on in, Jake.
Is it Jake?
Huh? Come on in, booty. You make an appearance on the podcast, Jake.
Yeah.
Podcast? Oh, shoot. What's up, buddy? My bad.
What up, girl?
Wait, is this Shaun? Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you think I was talking to? Yo. Yeah. So welcome.
Yo.
We're looking at David
There he
Goggins.
is.
We were looking at Swift drivers on Facebook. We've been all over the place so far.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
You already missed casting couch.
Anything like that. But, man, good to see you guys. And if there's
Yes,
any
sir.
kind of weird stuff that I can contribute to, please let me know.
What the hell is even that?
Yep. So if anybody asks, that's Jake. That's the guy I live with. He's nice enough to let me be in his home. Thanks for feeding Ollie. It's 6:30. Actually 6:42. I am past Ollie's dinner time, so that's probably what
He's
came in
going to
here.
be pissed at you.
He is pissed. Got that boy off the streets, and yet he's still bitching.
Oh, yeah, he is.
I don't even know where we were off to on that. We were talking about teeth, weren't we?
Oh, yeah. Root canals.
Yeah. So I just paid off the last of my root canal because I did care credit or whatever. Because I was like, I didn't know how much it's going to be. I was like, we can pay for it or I can pay it over time. Let's do the pay over time type of deal.
Yeah. 0 interest, man. If you pay it within a year, sign me up.
That's what I told my fiance. I'm like, because I literally got this one done. God, what was it? It's about this time last year. It was right before my birthday. I remember that. And then, because of my birthday, I was like, still like, they had the temporary in there and I could feel it the whole time. Yeah. But
that's what I got in right now is the temporary.
Dude. And it's really
weird.
demeaning. Did they get the yellow chart out and try to match it?
Oh, yeah.
That's the one where I'm like, all right, come on. Like, it's not up here. Like, at least give me something white back there. Like, make it look clean. Like, I know this isn't perfect or anything, but I mean, I brushed
for
my teeth.
a gold tooth, and they said no.
Dude, where are the times gone on that? Because actually, whenever I worked at a crematory, I don't know if I ever told you this. I think we might have talked about it. Yeah. So that was, I could go down the list of jobs I've had in my life. I'm just that type of guy. But I was worked at a crematory, and so you would collect the gold teeth and the silver teeth, whatever.
Dude.
Or like, if you got a knee replacement, we had to sweep all that stuff out and run a magnet through. Well, gold and stuff like that, you really have to, like, if you saw it, my dog is eating. We're going to hear that in the background, but that's fine. Sound like somebody's fapping over there. But yeah, we take the gold.
Okay,
We find the gold.
dog.
Yeah. I can't even, Ollie. Oh, he's busy.
All right. He's good,
in.
man. Let the big dog eat.
Yeah. That boy ain't missed no meals. He was 49 pounds when I got him, and now he's almost pushing 80. Yeah. He put on some pounds. But, we'd have to take the gold. Like, you'd see the gold before you put it in the bones in the grinder to give you guys, what you get in the box, like when you're cremated.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So I've seen my fair amount of nasty things in the crematory that if I ever post this online, I probably can't say on here because they probably get, I'm not even monetized in the first place, but they would kill me for it. Because, some guy in a Civil War uniform one time, he's a reenactor, wanted to be burned in his reenactment thing. You know how much metal came out of that? All these little medals and like belt and boots, and it's like
that's
yeah. So if you want to get rid of a body, give me a call.
You're my
I know
guy.
how it works. I can break into a crematory. I can run that thing. But
we don't do that.
No, we don't do that. We have pigs for that.
That's right.
You seen that?
But you gotta get the bones,
bro. Have you seen the movie Snatch with Brad Pitt?
Probably. I've seen so many movies in my life.
That's one of the
more than
scenes.
anything.
They take him to the pig farm whenever they're trying to intimidate somebody. They take him to the pig farm, and then they're throwing in like scraps, and it's like
And they just go to town.
Yeah. But anyways, we'll get off of dead people. That does not sound right when you say it out loud. Do I need another Pornhub sound? Let's see. Do I have any good questions on here? Let's see. Oh, you talked about your son earlier with baseball. So
Oh, yeah.
As a baseball connoisseur, this is how it's phrasing it. As a baseball connoisseur, do you have a favorite team or player that inspires you or your son?
Oh, man, we're huge Cubs fans.
I'm ending the
Cubs
podcast
fans.
right now. Hold on.
Well, you're
Cubs.
We know where you're from, and we know how close to St. Louis that is. So
That's what I was getting ready to bring up. Hold on. St. Louis titles.
that's okay.
World Series 26, 31, 34, 42, 44, 46, 64, 67, 82, 06, 11. Cubs titles.
16.
What?
2016. That's the
Well,
latest.
Yeah, 07, 08, not 2000, by the way. This is 1907 for the viewers that have no clue what we're talking about. And then
That's okay.
And 16. I give you 16. 16 was cool. Like, I was actually cheering for you guys because we weren't in it. And what was it? Had it been over 100 years? It was a 108-year drought.
108.
Dude, there are people that lived their entire lives and never saw the Cubs win a World Series.
Mm-hmm.
That's depressing. Like, if you're a diehard like Cubs fan, like, are you a diehard?
I was born after a Cub, or not born. I was named after a Cub.
Is it the Shaun part?
Yep.
Nailed
What
it.
gave that away?
I don't know. I was named after a soap opera star, so I don't really want to talk about it.
It's really funny. Look it up. It's Shaun, which is Shaun. Shawon. My dad tried to get my mom to let him spell
Shaun Dunston.
Shaun Dunston. Yep.
I said it just like
Oh, I know.
Shaun. I mean, you're
My
missing
dad
the
wanted to
mustache.
spell it like that too. My mom's like, absolutely not.
So you're born into this then. Yeah,
Oh,
this
yeah.
wasn't a choice.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. That makes
My
sense.
grandparents are diehard Cardinals fans.
And they are good people.
Yeah.
Just
They are.
saying.
They are.
You know, they have true Midwestern roots and don't praise the Chicago
It's not even an
hierarchy.
Illinois team.
You know, and that's what I tell everybody. I'm like, Chicago is not Illinois. Chicago should just be
It
part
doesn't
of,
need to be.
No, it should just be like Southern Wisconsin. Y'all, Milwaukee and you just merge and create your own little state up there. We'll make you. Well, Canada's going to be what, the 51st state?
Dude, what?
Wait, hold on. You haven't heard that either?
No. I don't pay too much attention to any of that shit.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, so obviously, we have 50 states now. Some people consider Puerto Rico as one. It's a territory, something, whatever they call it. We just pay to cover them. But it was Trump was talking about it. It's something about it was all about the tariffs, like about the tariffs going on, like 25% tariffs or
I heard
whatever.
about
coming
that.
in. Yeah. So Trump said, we'll just make you the 51st state. It's like, I'm not into politics and I'm not into I'm not a Trumper. I'm not, I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm just.
Dude, I'll tell you what, I don't do politics at all.
100%.
Like you like what you like. It's cool. Don't impose it on me, and I don't care what you do.
Well, you're
That's
never
my
going to win
thing.
that argument with people.
Oh, I know.
You're sunk in. And there was that thing. He was going to make him the 51st state. So America's hat could have been our 51st state. I think actually what it should be, Chicago could be like a Rhode Island where.
Oh, please.
Chicago, handle your business, stay out of ours. Like, make the rest of Illinois. We'll take.
That's
the
why
electoral
Illinois is a
vote
red
drop-off.
state, right?
Yeah.
Are they blue? Is it red or blue?
I think we went blue again just because of Chicago.
Yeah, that's the only reason. Everything else downstate is the opposite.
Let's see, 2024 Illinois election. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, no, I do not want to look at Trump or Kamala. That is not that. I do not care that much. Let's go back to screen. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
2024. I mean, there's Shelbyville. So you're in this area. So you are in the red. What is that like? That's probably like East St. Louis area. Yeah.
Probably.
The colder you get, the more Democratic you get, I guess. Yeah, that's obviously Cook County there, which if people don't know, that's Chicago. But yeah, it's.
AKA Crook County.
Uh-huh. How many governors do we have that are currently
I
in
think the
prison?
last two or three.
Yeah. Blagojevich was just on Rogan
Oh,
trying
shit.
spiel his thing about how it's a conspiracy and a setup and all this other stuff. And I'm like, dude, nobody liked you to begin with.
You just padding your pockets, brother.
That's what every, well, you guys have, what is it, Madigan?
Yeah, dude, they were trying to take him down, or did they take him down?
I don't know yet.
See, I should
ask my dad. He probably knows. He's probably on Facebook arguing about it right now.
Oh, yeah, he's probably arguing about it.
I was like, the only thing Illinois has ever done right is made weed legal. Like, I think that's the only thing they've gotten right, but then they screwed it up so bad with the taxes that it's almost not accessible for people who actually just, instead of drinking, they just want to partake in something else.
So yeah, if I could, I would much rather do that. I don't drink, so it's like...
Yeah. Oh, which leads me, that was another question. So what led on to, if you don't have to say if it's real dark or crazy. But,
like, even in high school, I never really drank.
Yeah. Were you one of those straight edge kids?
I would go and hang out, but that's what I was doing, was just there to hang out.
Yeah.
Like, I was just seeing too many people get too stupid. I've seen people ruin their lives.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Like, just doing the dumb shit, and it's like, nah, I'm cool.
Booze cruise the country roads. That's what we used to do
DUI
back
in fucking high school. Like, bro.
How's your insurance looking?
That's what I'm saying. Like, don't get me wrong. I've drank, but
yeah.
I don't know. Having a CDL too now, it's like, it's just not worth it.
No, for you guys, especially not with the CDL, because that's your moneymaker. Like, that's where you're going to make, that's how you make your income. That's how you support your family. Like, if you want to go out for one night and screw that all up, be my guest, but you ain't going to catch me doing it.
And plus, I have my son, like, most of the time anyway.
Yeah, so he can't drive yet. But, like, dude, I don't know. That's just Illinois. I mean, that is definitely, something we relate on. The hatred for that state. I mean, it's not all bad. There's some great people in Illinois. Like, obviously,
no, it's not the people. It's the politics here.
Yeah.
That ruined this state.
And it's such an odd-shaped state, too. Just had never figured it out. Have you ever seen this just is going to turn into a Google show, but Illinois, or what is it, the Midwestern fried chicken?
Uh-huh. Kentucky's the pan, isn't it? Yeah. No, Tennessee's the pan.
Fried chicken state map. Is that going to give it to me? Oh, yeah. Man, I'm getting really good at Google. I do another podcast, and so I'm getting really good at the Google. There he is. So you got Minnesota as a hat. Is that Iowa?
Yeah, you got Iowa.
Missouri. Tennessee is the pan. You're right on that. The pants is Arkansas.
And then Louisiana.
Louisiana, you the boots. And then obviously Kentucky is the fried chicken. So mystery solved. But yeah, that if you're from the Midwest, that is something I guess maybe. Do we take pride in that? I don't know if we take pride in that. It is what it is. It's just a nice coincidence. But
I just know that Illinois is it's terrible. I don't recommend it to anyone.
I would never. I don't actually wish that on my worst enemy sometimes. My parents are still there, trying to get them to move out. They might actually go move out to my brother's place now since he's got a kid on the way. So they have
Where's
something
that
to
at?
do. He's in a place called Tyrone, Pennsylvania.
Oh, damn.
Okay. So, did you ever hear? Okay. You know the guy that shot the insurance CEO?
Yeah.
The Luigi guy? Where he's picked up at? Altoona?
Oh.
That's
where
he.
By?
Yeah. So he actually, like my brother said, he used to stop by the McDonald's like for coffee or whatever in the morning. Because he did live in Altoona for a while. And so he's like, yeah, Tyrone, PA. He's like, yeah, he goes, I know exactly which McDonald's that is. And it's right down. He goes, I used to go there and get coffee. And I'm like, well, sick. Thanks for turning them in. But Tyrone, like, look, this is the main image. Okay. All right. It's rotating. I'm like, wait a minute. The main image was a park bench or picnic table. Yeah. So Tyrone
Now, where's that in Pennsylvania?
I'm trying to get it to expand.
There's a zoom out. There it is.
There's a zoom out. So you got State College, which is where Jake's girlfriend is. And then Tyrone is right there. Where there's Hershey.
So it's basically in between.
Yeah.
I see it.
You're in the middle of BFE in the hills. But yeah, that's where my brother lives. So if anybody goes to Tyrone, PA, say what up.
What up?
What up? But so I don't know if you're like me, you got social media, you have Instagram, all that stuff.
Unfortunately,
I got into this kick. I found this guy today, and I think you'd appreciate it because you have this. I think this very similar sense of humor that I do. This guy met Steve. He does like kind of like random stuff. Like he has this whole thing where it's about like greeting cards, where he wants people to write a message inside the greeting card. Mm-hmm. And this one pertained really well to, I think, any people that we relate to. And I think you'd find this one funny. So let me play this one real quick.
What are you guys shooting for?
We do like greeting cards and stuff.
Greeting cards, what's that mean?
Do you like big booty Latinas?
That's not really my go-to, no.
Because I got roses in red, come to the marina, get in my boat, you big booty Latina.
All right. I'm not the target for that one.
What about big black girls?
That's not my go-to.
Damn, those are my two. Can you write something on this card for me?
Danielle, come right there.
Roses are red, come to the marina, get in my boat, you big booty Latina.
Oh. Okay.
With this girl I met under the bridge, but she had a bubble butt.
I don't know if we should give her that. Okay, I'm gonna write.
It's the biggest one I ever seen, you know what I mean?
The BBL.
What if I told you it was my cousin?
Oh.
Dude, this guy goes through, he has so many of these that I was watching earlier. Like, yeah, the Steve-O one, you know, pretending to be in a wheelchair, that typical stuff. Or like, this is at a dispensary.
Oh, shit.
57,000
I don't get it.
You could write it off like an accident.
It just doesn't make sense. I'm gonna pay $1 million.
Old man just wants to get
I
high.
don't want to pay for him.
If you want to pay for them, it's $1.2 million.
You're gonna pay for him?
You don't want to pay the price.
You got me confused.
So it's either $1.2 million or I can give it to you for free.
All right, give them to me.
You have a good day, sir.
You own the place?
No, I'm new. Today's my first day.
It's gonna be your last.
It'd be 30,000.
30,000. Look what's up here.
15 grand each.
$30,000. Look what's on here. Come around here. You think I'm gonna pay that?
I mean,
You fucked up. Two of them don't cost $30,000.
but it's just like inflation, you know?
Huh?
It's just inflation.
A what?
Inflation.
Oh, what he's got? Yeah, come over here. I'm gonna take care of you. Let me come here 3 or 4 times. Then you're on the flip word. Come back on the
1 point.
So like, this is his whole thing. Like, that's his whole shtick is all that. And
I couldn't keep a straight face at all.
Dude, there's no way. Big shout out to King Zen. Which, speaking of Zen, I got these straight from Sweden. I don't know if you're a Zen boy yet, but no nicotine either.
No, man.
Just caffeine.
Yeah. Caffeine and hate.
Fuel. That is a man fuel right there. All right, we're going to stop sharing that screen. Okay, so at the beginning, I told you about the fun facts of Illinois.
Oh, let's see it.
You want to watch that? It is worth the watch. And
Blank screen.
Hold on, we're getting there. I'm still figuring out my software. All right, so obviously,
not Illinois.
At first, I thought this was like Miami, but it might be. Is that?
There's no way.
It says fun facts about California. What in the? I swear I had a different video. No, it still says Illinois, but some reason California, whatever. It's worth.
Here are fun facts about Illinois.
Whoa.
Collinsville, Illinois is home to the world's largest bottle of catsup.
It's
Illinois
catsup.
was the first
Catsup.
state to adopt the 15th Amendment, which abolished slavery. Before Springfield, Illinois had 2 other state capitals, Kaskaskia and Vandalia. Ronald Reagan's famous childhood home is in Dixon, Illinois, but he was born in Tampico. The Chicago Post Office at 433 West Van Buren is the only postal facility in the world where you can drive a car through.
Done that before.
Chicago is the
Big claim
world's
to fame.
largest bakery, covering 1/800,000 square feet. Elzie Chrysler Seeger, the creator of the Popeye the Sailorman cartoon, was born in Chester, Illinois. Illinois generates more nuclear power than any other state. Illinois is home to the world's only river that flows backward. Vandalia, Illinois boasts a fire-breathing
I
dragon.
used to live there.
The dragon. The world's tallest man, Robert Pershing Wadlow, was born in Alton, Illinois. He was 8'11", weighed 491 pounds, and wore a size 37 shoe. The name Illinois derives from a word that means he speaks the regular way.
Yeah, because we do not have an accent. Everybody else has an accent, by the way.
Definitely not us.
There's a lot about like Kaskaskia and Vandalia in there. And it's like, I guess that used to be the hub of Illinois because it could have been our capital.
In fact, I lived in Vandalia for a very short period of time.
Yeah. And what's there in Vandalia?
Same old, same old.
Meth and corn and soybeans.
This was when I was young, so.
You were in that scene.
I was in grade school.
Well, they're probably handing it out at lunch to keep you all awake.
So boring.
Because you're looking out the window at nothing. And you're like, bro.
It's bad.
Like, there's got to be more than this. And then look at you now.
Flat.
Just doing things. All right. Before, because we're now at an hour 2, I'm going to do one last video, kind of wrap this up. This is one of my favorite things. I do this at the other podcast. Have you ever heard of shower thoughts?
No. That's where I do some of my best thinking, though.
Exactly. So a lot of these, I'm guaranteed they're just ChatGPT generated, but I love watching these because it kind of creates a little bit of a debate and you kind of just like, huh? So I'm going to put on, let me share my screen again because it's slow. Dude, our internet. I mean, we just got better internet, but good Lord. Yeah, there's like, this is episode 62. Like there's a ton, but let's play one here because we'll wrap it up with this. Maybe. I should probably click on the right.
How come if you drive an old car, then you are poor, but if you drive a really old car, then you are rich? Shower thoughts. Feeling not good enough is often what fuels people to become great. Somebody owns the sharpest knife in existence and probably doesn't even know it. It doesn't seem to exist in fantasy worlds. In your dreams, you are laughing at your own jokes.
Yep.
Customer service people are technically actors and actresses. In English, there's a word for siblings, for parents, cousins, grandparents, etc. But there isn't a word for aunties and uncles. Dogs have a super powerful sense of smell, but they don't seem to care about our farts somehow. Folding laundry counts as a date if you like each other enough. Since dating apps are powered by algorithms, accidentally matching with a psycho will increase the chances of matching with another one in the future.
Damn.
This is why I'm glad I'm not dating in 2025. The dating app one. Because I will probably end up finding the psycho. I won't say that.
Oh.
My fiance watches this. She'll be mad. All right, I got one more. We'll do this one. I think I've seen this one too. Because these are worth it.
Is it a good one?
Knock twice, thrice, 4, and even 5 times, but if you knock exactly once, it's considered weird. Shower thoughts. Laughing out loud is the most used lie in history. Anytime an allergy is mentioned in a movie, that person usually gets killed or poisoned with it. There's a certain turning point where weighted blankets go from helping with anxiety to giving anxiety. Our finger fitting perfectly in our nostrils must be an evolutionary prank. The world is so bad because adults don't have to take a nap when they act out like toddlers do. Humans are pretty lucky that fire isn't too bright to stare at. Not being yourself is a positive thing if you're normally rude. Most essential workers are paid non-essential wages. Cats are living proof that if you are pretty enough, even the world's biggest jerks can be loved by someone.
Those are shower thoughts.
I beg to differ on that last one.
You a cat guy?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
No.
Definitely. I'm definitely a dog guy.
Dog.
Yeah, what kind of dog you got?
It's a Great Pyrenees.
You're not off to a good start.
What?
I'm just kidding.
She's a mix. It's Mastiff, English Mastiff, Great Pyrenees mix. She big girl.
Lord.
She big girl.
I can imagine. Let me see. Ollie, come here. Up. Let's see if I can get Ollie in the shot. Ah, you get his ass.
Who's a good boy?
Oh, where Ollie? There he is. That's my boy. This is
you want
Ollie.
a cookie?
If he could hear you, he's back there like, okay.
I was hoping I was going to get the ear perk up. Like,
did you say Ollie, you want a treat?
There it is. I mean, you can't tease him now. You got to give him one.
Oh, he'll get one after this. We're about to wrap, but yeah, man. I appreciate you hopping on here.
Oh man, it was a blast.
Because I try to keep these to about an hour, and then I'm going to try to cut some clips if we actually were talking about
Cut it up.
Cut it up. Put it on the cutting room floor. But yeah, anything you'd like to say to anybody before you hop off here?
Oh man, you can't do that to me.
Stay off drugs.
Yeah. Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
If you do, share.
But
Just kidding.
That's the title of the podcast. If you do, don't do drugs, but if you do, share. Key smart things that you I'm going to write that on. I got to write that down.
Save it.
Yeah, save that. Put that in the old spank bank. Hey, all right, one more time. All right. So again, Shaun, I appreciate you hopping on here.
Thanks for having me. I had fun.
Yeah, next time you're in town, let me know. We'll link up, try to get some good Mexican food. I don't know.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad, but Jake was there. We don't talk.
Couldn't have the candlelight.
He just kept blowing it out. Son of a bitch.
He's good at that.
God damn it. I can't wait for this one to come out. But all right, man. Well, again, thank you. And
thanks, man.
Stay in contact. I'll let you know when this one goes up.